call that cold January morning, my heart sank. You know, just the first thought was, is he okay? You know, and then the second thought was, what about the car? You know, once the relief was set in that he was okay, I mean, it was, what does the car look like? I never would have thought, just about a year after we got it on the road, that it would be wrecked like this again. So you just move on, you know, you just keep going, and you know, you just pick up and start the repair process. And you know, all the panels are steel, they can be either fixed or replaced. And so we got to work doing that. You know, over the last several months, we, you know, replaced or you know, repaired the steel, and you know, and finally today we're doing the final touches on it, and you know, gonna prime the fender. You know, it's just one step closer to having it back up and running again on the road. When I grew up, you know, I didn't have a cool car, and I always wanted you know, my son to grow up with a cool car, and you know, just experience what that's like. And so, you know, that's the drive, that's the motivation to build it in the first place. And to, you know, the drive and motivation and incentive comes from, you know, my past of not having that, and you know, seeing other kids that did. And it you know, it's as a car, someone that grew up wanting, you know, liking cars and having an interest in cars. You know, I mean, I thought about that all the time growing up. You know, just couldn't wait to work and save up and buy my own, you know, cool car. So today we're putting the final, you know, coat of polyester glazing putty on to get it ready for primer. And you know, we're just gonna get it mixed up here, and you know, put a nice thin layer over some areas that need it, and get a final blocking on it, and you know, get it all blocked out and ready for primer. You know, so for the primer, we're gonna use a couple of different primers. We're gonna, you know, the first step is to make sure all the bare metal areas are covered with an epoxy primer that'll give it good adhesion and corrosion protection for the future. So now we're mixing up a polyester primer, and this is going to go on in a very thick coat, and you know, give us a lot of film build to allow for block sanding out, you know, minor imperfections that are left in the body filler and in the panel itself. I know right now that he doesn't have a full appreciation for this, but you know, I'm hoping one day, you know, sometime in the future when he gets older, he'll be able to look back and see, you know, the kind of commitment and the sacrifice and, you know, just the love that went into this, you know, for him, and that, you know, he will pay that forward to his children or, you know, his son, someday in the future.